All right. Woo. Hello and welcome to Talk Heathen. Holy fuck, I'm sitting next to Andrew Seidel.
And I'm sitting next to Jamie. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for coming.
It's my pleasure. It really is.
I was going to say, watch out, because now that you've been on this show, you're going to be a little bit famous and have name recognition.
I mean, that's why I'm here.
And don't let it go to your head.
I will do my best.
There's no way that people would know who you were otherwise. Whew. So you're on your book tour right now.
I am. I'm on the Mess with Texas leg of the Founding Myth Tour. Yeah.
In literally any other circumstance, my latent, my latent Texas, I'm a citizen of the Republic of Texas, would jump out and be like, well, no, that's not what it means to mess with Texas. It means littering on the highway mostly is how that got started.
I lived here for a while.
Oh, yeah.
I lived in Houston. So.
I will admit that I did not do a full background search on your entire life.
I'm thrilled. Yeah. And a lot of it's been scrubbed for obvious reasons.
Okay, so now, holy fuck, I'm sitting next to Andrew Seidel, who's scrubbed portions of his history because don't ask questions.
Really, because I work at FFRF, and our mission statement to keep state and church separate, which is, it's right there in the Constitution. You're the First Amendment. We have a
we the people, not we the Jesus.
Exactly. And for some reason, people don't like that, and we get a lot of death threats. We get a lot of visits from the police and stuff. So yeah, we kind of scrub our backgrounds when we come to FFRF, so people don't find our families and things like that.
Yeah.
So that was a joke, and it got real serious.
Yeah. Well, it got serious because I'm familiar with the concept, because I would not hesitate to describe accurately facts about the Prophet Muhammad. Mm-hmm. So in terms of not publishing home addresses or revealing anything other than that I have parents, I do my best to leave that at home as much as I can while talking about living life openly.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to do, and especially when you just published a book that it's kind of starting to piss all the right people off.
Yeah, it's The Founding Myth: Why Christian Nationalism is Un-American.
And that is what it is. It's the result.
Not sure whether you knew the title of your book, but
I've memorized it actually by this point. I mean, only because I've been on the tour for so long now. Yeah. Otherwise, it's
the title of the whole book. Because I was going to say,
definitely not the whole book.
Impressive. It's actually, admittedly, not to gush over your work too much, but it's the only book I've read cover to cover twice in my life.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's actually amazing, because it only came out in May. So that's really high praise. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. And I don't read a lot of books, particularly cover to cover. Mostly I find the summaries. But
well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
I mean, I haven't done my homework and tried to find inaccuracies or anything yet.
But I think what you're really trying to say is that everybody who's listening should go buy a copy right now.
Yes, they should. You should buy a copy and give it to relatives. In fact, there are many books about atheism and about things that I've read, coming on the tail of me saying I don't read a lot of books, but that I've read and not even thought about, I'm going to purchase a copy of this for my parents or et cetera. But this copy is the one that I'm keeping for me alongside my Kindle and Audible versions. How am I supposed to put notes on sticky notes in Pages if it's on Kindle?
I got to say, that's my favorite part of the tour so far.
What is?
Going around and seeing people. This is marked because I do readings, but people have tabs all in it, and they have notes scribbled, and the bindings all broken. Yeah. I love seeing that. It's really, really rewarding knowing that people are actually paying that close of attention to what I wrote, because we spent a lot of time getting it right.
Yeah. So. Well, I'm glad you said, we were talking before, and you said it was a 5-year research project.
Yeah, it was 5 years of research and kind of gathering that, and then another 3 of really writing it and going through the whole publishing process and getting an agent to help get it published and all that, and vetting it too. So after I wrote it, I didn't just send it to the editor. I actually had 2 attorneys at FFRF. They're now attorneys, actually, Colin and Ryan. And Colin's going to be an attorney at the American Humanist Association now. I paid them a bounty for every error that they could find factually or in the footnotes, or anytime may have done something that was like close to what David Barton might do, where you edit a quote so that it means the opposite of what it actually says. So I paid them a bounty for every one of those that they could find, and there's about 1,300 citations in the book. So
there are a significant number of citations. Yeah. Were you actually worried about having quote mined something?
No, I wasn't.
Okay,
But I was worried about. I'm definitely going to get accused of that for sure.
Well,
and so I wanted to have it
you said
airtight.
that Christian. You said that Jesus wasn't an American.
Yes, I did.
So you're basically on I don't know, Pat Robinson's hit list or something.
Yeah, I mean pretty much. And it's I wanted it to be as absolutely airtight as humanly possible. And I knew I knew there was going to be mistakes, but there's nothing where you can accuse me of being deliberately misleading or even unintentionally misleading. Like I may have transposed a number or something here and there, or maybe mixed up a state or something like that. But that's it. Everything else is going to be solid.
That still counts if I find something.
Yeah.
Is that bounty still open?
Yeah, you can, and you just have to let me know what
No.
form you want your bounty to be in. Colin chose a liquid bounty. He wanted Irish whiskey. I was searching for the appropriate bottle for how many errors he found, and there was a bottle called Writer's Tears.
Oh,
that's what I got him.
Yeah. It's interesting that you bring that up first, because it leads me to believe that my reputation precedes me a little bit, which I'm actually less thrilled about.
No, not at all. I mean, it was Colin, not you. So.
No, I mean, yes, that lush. Oh, how dare he, have readily available alcoholic beverages. Oh no, my flask has fallen over. Yeah, sorry. When I envisioned this, I was like, okay, obviously, if I just read the opening paragraph of your book, that's been done a million times. Because
I don't think it has. I don't think anybody's.
Well, that's true. It just came out in May, but not yet. Then soon. I said earlier in this I was going to stop gushing over your work so much.
I mean, I'm perfectly happy.
Yeah. We have open lines. Come tell me that Jesus was an American. I dare you. You can do that any week, but this week, holy fuck, I'm sitting next to Andrew Seidel. There's actually, embarrassingly, I used to put the emphasis on the last syllable in your name and say it incorrectly.
Yeah, I've never really cared. I don't even correct people most of it. You do say it like Seidel, like you sidle up to the bar for a drink. I don't even notice when people say Seidel. I don't know.
All right.
I should.
I've just forgotten which way I've been saying it.
I don't.
But it's Seidel.
Seidel. Yeah. And there's an Andrew Seidel who also teaches in Dallas at the Dallas Theological Seminary.
There's an Andrew Seidel that teaches in France as well.
I didn't know about that one.
Yeah.
But I know about the one who teaches at the Dallas Theological Seminary because he's written books about Christian leadership. And so if you search on Amazon for Andrew Seidel, you get a book about Christian leadership, and then you get The Founding Myth Why Christian Nationalism is Un-American. And he's at the end of his career. He looks like he's about ready to retire. So I'm going around just completely destroying his good Christian name with all my heathenish ways.
I was going to say, well, he should have had a more biblical name than Andrew. That's his fault. Matt's going to come in after the show and tell me, actually, there is an Andrew in the Bible, and it's Andrew the... I don't know. It was. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he can't be blamed for what his parents named him. It's their fault that he's damned to hell or whatever it is. Yeah, I feel like if I compliment your book more or read I think actually my favorite part may actually just be the last 2 paragraphs. But if I do that now, then I feel like I will have front-loaded too much stuff at the beginning of the show.
Okay.
And I know, as an attorney, as most of my families are, that you're itching to get past the opening statements and start the adversarial process of telling people
I mean, attorneys do like to argue. We like to tell people they're wrong. Yeah. We like to tell jokes that aren't funny.
I disagree, but only because I wish that I was an attorney and want to argue. So.
Yeah, well, you're wrong, but okay.
No. Objection, Your Honor. You're wrong. Let's take, if you're ready,